Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. There is so much to discuss. Now, you may have woken up this morning, or wherever you are around the world, and seen the prices drop again, and you probably thought to yourself, why? Why is this happening? Now, if you're like that, let me put your mind at ease. Because I might sound like a broken record, but I have said this again and again and again. I said it throughout the April-May monster liquidation that occurred. I'm going to say it again, and as soon as I say it, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Do as they do, not as they say. It's simple, yet quite complex. Because while the market's down, while the prices are dropping, you can, get a little bit worried, right? And it's only human nature. But let me share with you what is really going down. And I'm talking the big bucks. Not the little things that you and I do. We're talking about big money. So Crypto Insights firm Sentiment says deep-pocketed crypto investors have been stocking up big on one large cap altcoin while the market undergo price dips. Sentiment tells its 117,000 Twitter followers that whales or holders with wallets that contain between 1 million and 10 million XRP accumulated over 19 million more of the eighth largest cryptocurrency in the last 3 months. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And where do we go from here, right? Like when you hear this, what does that mean for you? Like what does that mean? Like a whale has purchased huge amounts. What does that mean for you? It means that this ain't over. Regardless of who or what or people are trying to tell you, this bull run ain't over. It wasn't over back in May when everything went down, and it ain't over today. There is $3.31 billion that the whales hold of XRP. A 6% increase to their holdings in the last 3 months alone. This is what's important. This is really what's important. So the main point is this. The whales are accumulating. Regardless of what the media says, regardless of what they're saying about potentially other exchanges taking it off and the markets are down and is the bull run over, and all these things are irrelevant because what is being said and what is being done are two completely different things. And you cannot have your emotions be run by the news because then they win. So pay attention to what they're doing. Now, Ripple and XRP prone to more wins as SEC reportedly argues it never declared Bitcoin and Ether compliant cryptos. We've spoken about this. We will continue to speak about this. It is a catch-22 for the SEC. I think this will ultimately be the undoing of them because there's no clarity on what's what when it comes to the SEC and going after cryptos, and this story does not add up. Like, it just doesn't add up. Now, I don't care even if I wasn't pro XRP. Like, I'm pro crypto. And this story does not add up. You did or you didn't. And if you did, you're accountable. And if you're accountable, hand over the documents that Ripple has been asking for 6 months. It's very simple. But the chickens are coming home to roost. Only a matter of time. Of course, we'll talk about price structure. Where are we heading? Where could we go? Remember, if we didn't hold 80, it was going to go down. Didn't hold 80, it's going down. So we'll talk about that. Now, XRP Ripple competitor Baton Systems could soon take the lead. This is what we're talking about. See, this is exactly the kind of thing that we're talking about when it comes to news. So we heard about this XRP2. Now, first things first, if you didn't watch yesterday's episode, any company that is called their competitor's name with a 2 at the front, a 2 at the end of the name, holds no credibility with me. I don't care who they are, what they do. It's ridiculous. And again, this is all to get you to sell. This is all a game by the media. Now, Ripple competitor Baton System could soon take the lead. There's only one tiny problem. They process things in 3 minutes, while XRP processes in 3 seconds. So you see how when you dig a little bit deeper, it doesn't make sense? It doesn't make sense. So stop buying into what they're trying to sell you. Like, I mean, this has been going on forever and a day, right? I mean, drink milk for healthy bones. Do you remember that one? Well, statistically around the world, it has been proven. The countries that drink the most amount of milk have the most amount of hip replacements and actual bones that break. Coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. So stop buying into the news and start buying into facts and figures and action. They're the only things that count. Now, there has been 127.3 million XRP on the move. And we'll keep an eye out on what's going on there, what's happening. But things are moving, right? The storm is brewing and we're about, to take off again. Because you can tell they've been accumulating, and then they're gonna send it. They're gonna send it to the moon. The SEC case against Ripple Labs for XRP crypto sale, a bit of a double standard. We keep touching on this, and I'm gonna make the point. The story doesn't add up, and the story will end in Ripple's favor. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's my opinion. Now, from an RSI point of view, every time the RSI has touched these levels, the price has then gone on to rally up. We're almost there. We're almost there. And it's going to be big. It's going to be very, very, very big. The amount of activity in the last 24 hours has started to increase as well on the XRP ledger. This is very bullish, a very, very good trend that is happening. Now, have a look at this. While Chair Gary Gensler's newly released regulatory agenda is ambitious in scope, we are disappointed with its content. I don't know if this guy's even going to last. I think he might get the sack. But let's see what happens. Let's jump into a tiny. Let's have a look at some indicators. When we begin to look at the indicators, at the moment in particular, what we're looking for, we start with the daily. And with the daily, we're looking at 78 cents right now, 5.37% down. And you can see that the MACD on the daily has returned back into, not bearish, but almost close to going back to bullish. Now with an RSI that is sitting right at the bottom of oversold, and this I think will be one of the key indicators about the bounce back, and there will be a bounce back. Of course there will be. Now on the hourly, very small movements right now, so you can see that it's just turned bullish on the MACD, but I don't use the MACD on an hourly, right? It's too volatile. But you can see the 4 hour, we're sitting just on the edge of the Bollinger Band, bearish RSI, sitting almost towards the bottom of the bottoms. On the 12 hour, the RSI is sitting just above oversold with a MACD that is about to touch down and go back into a bearish. And overall, from an indicator point of view, what we have is we don't have much, right? The price is dropping. Bitcoin dropped 5%. XRP's dropped 5.48% at the time of making this. Some others are dropping 11. So we're back into that, going down and descending down. And that's really what's happening at the moment. And we got to wait until it's finished, and then a bounce back appears. But let's have a look at some charts. How far can we go? How low can you go? Well, 65 cents, if this continues, 65 cents is looking like one of the most likely scenarios for the bounce back to occur from. Are we going to get that low? It's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say just how low this is going to go, because there's a couple of things happening tomorrow and the day after from interest rates being announced in America and all these different things that could turn the market back up really quickly. So we will wait and see, because 65 is pretty low, to go that far. But looking at this, yes, that is a possibility that could occur. And this is what it would look like. It would look something like this if it does drop all the way down to 65. If 55 was the last one, 65 would be this one, and then we're off. That does occur, right? So we get another retest of almost the bottom, and then we're off. So right now, though, this particular trend line has been broken, and the break of the trend line and going below 80 cents, unless it recovers in the next couple of hours, which I don't think it will, right? I think we are going to continue to drop and drop at least the 75, if not into the 65 zone. So this is the kind of pattern that we're in right now. But all the signals are starting to come back towards a bullish sentiment. It's just that right now we're in this, right? So we're in this particular window, and so it's descending, and then it will break out. When it breaks out of it, it will then start to fire off, and then the firing off and breaking will look something along these lines. Like, once we come back inside this particular window, we'll come back into the 80s, 85s, and then shoot off into $1 and beyond. But for now, we need to come back into this range and then break out of that trend line. So a bit of work to do. And this is what it looks like. So for me, we're going to swing all the way to probably 65, touch down on 90, come back down towards 82, and then shoot off into the distance. That there to me makes sense from how this is going to go, and the scenarios, how fast we're going to go towards $1.15 and beyond. It's going to take some time, but I think it will we will be coming back. So I see this as a kind of like a 3 more day kind of thing, and then we're off. There are talks about dropping all the way down to below 50, and I personally don't see that. As a personal opinion, it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I don't see that happening. But right now, it's accumulation. That is the number one thing at the moment that the whales are doing, and to me, that is the biggest signal that things are about to go back bullish, and they're going to go back bullish in a very, 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 very big way. Now, if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.